Hello, everybody. So digitalizing logistics processes, that's kind of boring, right? So I would like to tell you a story. Imagine a group of children playing. This comes to mind. But imagine them playing 30 years ago. No mobile phones. They're playing in the park. And they're playing there on a spaceship. They're imagining. How is this relevant to the project? Well, this game actually inspired one of our pilot actions, and I will get back to this later. So the kids are playing. One of them is the captain, another one is the pilot, the third one is the navigator. So they're playing, and suddenly one girl yells, we have an emergency. We have to abandon ship. And the captain says, we cannot do this. All the exits are blocked. What are we going to do? So the kids are basically playing, panicking, and they have an emergency situation. And I will get back to this later. Coming back to the slides, we have had several actions at the beginning of the project. For example, this is the second action, harnessing big data for mobility, automating multimodal transport. We basically try to analyze, and we came up to 69 disruptive innovations that were relevant for our project. So in the fourth action, we sat around the table and we held a SWOT analysis live. We analyzed strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, and we steered those 69 disruptive innovations into our 7 pilot actions. So the project had 7 pilot actions related to freight, related to passengers, and we have had 2 combined pilots. So the combined pilots, combining both freight and passengers, were basically needed to improve port authorities. We had Port Authority of Rovinj in Croatia, who deals with both passengers and, to a lesser extent, cargo. So what I did, we made a pilot action providing a machine-to-machine dialogue web application, improving both safety, security, and the flow of information in Rovinj Port Authority. And this is still in effect 2 years later. It's functioning, it's working, and it's saving money. Second pilot action is related to the Port of Venice. Port of Venice is a large port, a large number of passengers, a large quantity of freight. So what we did is we installed some sort of spatial data repository facilitating both flow of cargo and passengers. When it comes to the freight pilots related to cargo only, we had 2 pilot actions. One was so-called WMS 4.0, and the second one was Port Community System Automation. Both took place in Italy. The first one, WMS 4.0, was piloted on a flow of cargo going from Brescia through Gorizia and then to Udine. And as the first pilot, it's still working, it's still functioning, and it's saving both time, money, and improving security and the resiliency of this freight route. Regarding the fourth pilot, the Port Community System Automation, it starts before the shipment, goes on through the shipment, and finally, in the end, it saves not only time and money, but also reduces harmful emissions, mainly CO2. And now let's get back to the story. One of the girls said, but I have a special bracelet that can lead us out of the danger. And 30 years ago, kids said, that's not possible. But now, in our 5th pilot, done by University of Trieste, they actually produced a pilot for mobile safety and security, enabling passengers using both wearable technologies or mobile technologies to escape the dangerous situation in case of an emergency. In this action, escape from a cruise ship that is under some sort of distress, for example, flooding, sinking, fire, etc. The 6th pilot was done in Port of Rijeka, my hometown in Croatia, where we installed a thermal imaging camera, improving security because the normal port systems cannot detect smaller vessels. And the final pilot was done in port of Šibenik, Croatia. It was an innovative web solution for access control. As you know, access to the port is somewhat limited. Of course, it depends on the type of the port. But through this web application, the security of the port was largely improved. Of course, this means nothing without the means how to transfer this knowledge further on. And for that matter, we have created a transferability plan followed by the action plan, charting the future, so how to implement our findings in some future actions. So the key achievements are listed here. We are especially proud because more than 320 stakeholders have been involved, and all 7 pilot actions were successful. But I would like to point out what is the main contribution of our project. Out of this project, us, as the lead partner, we have applied for around 20 projects using basically the know-how we received from this project, and 3 of them that you see here have already been financed, meaning that the EU money has been, in my humble opinion, well spent. Other projects are in the phase of evaluation, and hopefully we will get some more financing to continue our research. Thank you very much.